What?
And this guy said, Chance, I just saw the new JSC YouTube video about you. And that's the guy that was like the criminal psychology shit on YouTube. And
What?
this is what comes up.
What?
Oh shit. Funny shatter. You don't
You
know
just
what
link-
JCS is?
Well, you just linked me his YouTube channel altogether.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, the first video?
Son spends... What the fuck? Oh my god. Son spends $275,000 of dad's money on virtual girlfriend. Oh my god. You got issues.
It's fucking crazy.
71k views.
I can't... Babe, what is that hairstyle called that the guy has? Because
Balding.
like a fade on the top. But he's got a fade. You see the
Okay,
fade?
you don't call it a fade. He's
But
balding.
it's a fade. No, there's a clear fade
In
at the
mid
top.
2018, 29-year-old
Listen,
Grant was
It's balding and in denial. That's what that is. No, that ain't no fade. I don't know what the fuck that is.
With Twitch, it's you got.
Okay.
Wait, he's talking about Twitch.
Oh my... He is? What
Yeah,
minute?
I just played a second and it's like, you got Twitch and you got this. He's talking about Twitch.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
Babe, I might need to watch
Babe,
this.
There are people I have to ban so they stop donating. Like I had a person donate his entire life savings. I had to fucking ban him. 'Cause
Oh, God.
It's like encouraging mental illness. Fuck, I
Well-
hope that's not about me.
I mean, I'm telling there are financial slaves out there. Like, it is a kink. They actually
No, it's sad. Like,
it is-
I
it
wrote
is
something
sad.
I ban, and then it's fucking depressing that people feel the need to spend that much money.
I have seen emails from dudes complaining.
You saw my email.
I've seen multiple, not just yours. I have seen multiple emails of like dudes emailing like girl streamers, and they are like, "You are not asking for enough money from me." They're complaining
Ugh.
that like they basically want these girl streamers to force them to give them money. Like that's what they are into. They want that, and then
I mean,
like,
is it like jack off?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna like fucking king shame someone. I don't know. Fuck.
I mean, I'm gonna kink shame. This is it's unhealthy. Like they literally say, I am not financially struggling enough. Please force me to give you more money. Like that is like they're very blunt with it. It's just weird that it the thing is, it's not uncommon. Like I feel like you could go to almost any girl streamer with over 1,000 views. Honestly, over 200 views, because like they're making a good living off 200 viewers. So I'm sure they have a financial slave. That it's every single one has one. I would bet every single one, at least one. It blows my mind.
Wonder which girl he spent it on.
I don't know. Anyways,
in mid 2000.
do I want to watch this, or are we gonna fucking go in?
It's a 1 hour video.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch this. I'll watch this later. Not today. Not today. All right, let me. I gotta sell stuff. Want to sell. Oh fuck! Let me go in the rogue area. Oh, that's Ranger. The Rogue's Den. Want to sell a rapier. 100 gold. 150 gold. I can probably get a 150 out of this. Easy. After 3 hours trading, I'm ready. Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal out here. What the fuck is up with this? Why can't we queue? What the heck?
Are the fucking servers down again?
No. Can't queue either? Oh.
Oh, you can watch the video now.
Oh, fuck. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I can't queue. Q&A? No, when I'm like... Viki needs the good ping. She's playing the... I'm just healing. She's playing the fucking longbow. So, she needs good ping. It's very important.
The nade doesn't work either. Yeah. I feel like the server's been down so fucking much this playtest.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people are playing.
Maybe. All right, I'm gonna watch this video. I'll screen share with you.
That's fine. You can watch it.
There you go. Let's see this motherfucker.
In mid-2018, 29-year-old Grant was unemployed,
Well, you might as well
living
fucking watch your
rent-free in his
AI.
parents' guest house in the
Nah,
rural
fuck
village
that.
of Chuliota, Florida.
Okay.
He had not once lived on his own and had recently been kicked out of an anesthesiology school for lack of attendance and also fired from a job as a nurse for stealing medication. It was around that time when he decided to experiment with a relatively new realm of online cam sites. These platforms differ from regular porn sites in that they are interactive. Instead of watching a pre-recorded video, users can solicit live performances from models in exchange for money. This allows individuals to watch whatever acts they want, but at a price. Using his brother's credit card, he browsed through multiple cam models, spending an average of 20 minutes on each one. Yet it
Oh my
was on
God.
the 5th of June when forensics discovered
Whoa.
he came in contact with a performer who went by the stage name of Sylvie. And over the following 6 months, Grant would spend over $200,000 of his family's money on this one model. The entirety of his father's life savings that he had saved up from working as a pharmacist for over 30 years was gone.
Oh my
He had
God.
spent $60,000 from his brother's credit card and had also taken a $65,000 loan out on the house.
Okay. But like,
Like,
How
how
do-
the fuck gave him access to these accounts?
well, not even
man?
that. How do you not notice? There's unless he
Yeah,
did it all. Did he
right.
do it in a day? There's no way he did it in a day. I don't understand.
When his family found out, instead of calling the police, Grant was sent to a behavioral rehabilitation facility for online porn addiction.
What is that?
The more we try to run from shame, the stronger it becomes.
What?
When Grant got back from rehab on January 4th, his father presented him with a 2-page list of rules he was required to follow if he wanted to continue living at home. One of the conditions was that he cease all communication with Sylvia immediately, but it took just 3 weeks for the family to discover that he had broken the contract and re-established contact with the model via Twitter. On January 24th, when Chad Amato got home from work, he reportedly confronted Grant over his disregard, and the two of them got into a heated argument which almost turned into a physical altercation. Grant was then kicked out of the house, and for the first time in his life, he was on his own. Shortly before 9 a.m. the next morning, police received a call from Cody Amato's girlfriend, alerting them that he had failed to show up to work that morning and hadn't responded to multiple phone calls. They arrived at the residence at 9:17 a.m., and once knocks on the front door went unanswered, they were able to gain access with a knife via the back entrance. Chad, Margaret, and Cody Amato were all found lying dead on the floor with gunshot
my
wounds to the
God.
head from a 9mm handgun. Grant became the immediate prime suspect, as a witness statement from Cody's girlfriend advised police of the confrontation that had occurred the night before, as well as the collection of bizarre circumstances that had led to that point. He was traced to a hotel in Orlando.
You're being cooperative, sir. We appreciate that. Some Seminole County detectives want to talk to you, so we're going to get the handcuffs off of you.
Nothing in your pants, correct?
It's just a normal routine when we encounter someone that we want to make sure you're safe. Now,
I didn't know he
you don't have any
fucking killed
weapons,
him.
Yeah,
we'll get those
right? I thought it was
restraints
like,
off of you.
oh god.
We're confident you've
Kinda
been
sad now.
cooperative. Everything's good, so we appreciate that very much. It goes a long ways.
He immediately agreed to accompany them to the police station and sit down for an interview. Reports stated that he wasn't made aware of his family's demise, nor was he advised as to what the purpose of the interview was for. Grant himself didn't once inquire, just reportedly sat silent in the back seat of an unmarked police car, staring out the window for the entire journey to the police station.
Did you know why then? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yo, it cued us, babe.
What?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
no, it did not.
Well, it's saying, please wait looking for a game as a team.
Okay, I queued us up. Um, okay, I canceled.
Okay, you want to restart?
Yeah, maybe we should restart the game.
Okay.
Bro, I was watching that. Well, tough shit, man. Hold on. Oh my god, they just make him wait forever. Let me close the game and open it.
So you gotta walk through the code or anything?
No. I'll hold off on that. Though.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Eva.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm here.
Just to restate, he has not been told, nor given any insinuation as to why he is sitting inside an interrogation room, and has not once inquired himself.
Hey, we really appreciate you coming up here with us. And if any time during this you need to stop and go to the bathroom, want a drink, then just let me know, and we'll be happy to get you. My name is Danny Anderson, and I'm a deputy Seminole County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, this camera angle does not
The
do his hair
investigator's initial
justice.
plan is to establish a friendly connection with the suspect, which can often be a
Are they
highly
allowed to wear a
effective
hat in, like,
tactical
the
procedure to
interrogation
elicit a
room?
more
He's a cleric in real life. That's how I see it. Actual cleric main. Gone, you know, fucking crazy. All right, let's go.
detailed discourse. Yet on this occasion, something seems to get lost in the endeavor, which you'll just have to see for yourself when the time comes. This is one of the most fascinatingly aggravating interrogations to ever be released into the public domain.
So we just
Really?
want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll get this in and out, be on our way. Okay? Full name.
My full name is Grant Tiernan Amato.
Why does it sound like Asmon Gold? What the fuck?
A little bit.
Is there any
Sounds like him.
Nursing degree, what you do, or?
I mean, I have like other certifications.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, with that, like, I primarily worked in the hospital for, I think, 5 or 6 years. Well, I was accused of grand theft of the 3rd degree back in June of 2018. There was no evidence ever presented. All the charges were dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I had been applying for jobs for the last couple weeks. I'd gotten like 3 or 4 callbacks.
It really does sound like
I had a
Asmon.
job interview yesterday for a home infusion nurse job.
What time was your interview yesterday?
It was scheduled for 10. I got there at around 9 in the
Okay.
morning. And then I think we actually had the interview at about 9:45.
How'd that go?
I mean, it was all good. They didn't have anything. They said that they'd probably be getting back to me by Tuesday or Thursday this coming week.
Get you back to work?
I want to know why this came. He said this is one of the most infuriating interviews they've ever
Like,
done
it's
or
crappy
released to the
world when,
public.
you know, you don't have any money, you
Sure.
can't do anything. So
Financially, how's the
How is
nursing,
it in
what
the
you
net?
did?
No.
I'm sorry, I just don't know that much. She knows a lot more about nursing. The nursing, how does it pay? How does it pay?
I mean, if you work your standard 12 hours a week, you get anywhere between, I'd say, $45,000 and $55,000 a year. So I mean, it's not bad. I think my best year I made like 55,000.
55.
Because I rarely worked overtime.
Right.
You know, when I was just, because I had the whole plan of going to graduate school,
Mhm.
so I was just kind of using it as a stepping
Right.
stone for that time.
Just to pay the bills to
Right.
get you where you gotta. Gotcha.
Um,
And what you're going for, what does that pay?
Nurse anesthesia pays, I mean, base like about 150 up to 175.
Okay. High school, where'd you go?
I went to Timber Creek.
How were your grades?
High school and the first 2 years of college, I was A, B, C.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in honors in the major program for UCF.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriends?
Girlfriends. I had, like, my high school sweetheart girlfriend for about 5 years. And then ever since then, no, like, official girlfriends, no flings or anything like that.
Dates here and there?
Dates occasionally, but I mean, not really. Kind of focused on like just getting through the life goals that, you know, I wanted to achieve.
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do? I like to watch anime.
Whatever.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what it is.
I mean,
I think it's an MMA. I'm like, okay, and then when you start explaining to it,
I mean,
I
I guess
heard it. I'm like, no.
it's animated. It's like cartoons, I guess you could say, but it's Japanese cartoons. It is in Japanese, and then they subtitle it. Yeah.
Do you speak Japanese?
I was gonna say, do you understand?
I don't. I understand a few words. We actually just went to me, my brother, and one of my friends, or I guess friends from high school.
Listen, we've all had to somehow explain something to boomers in this
I've
way.
been out of work for 6 months, since June.
At least
How
once.
Did you pay? That's a lot of money for to be out of work.
My brother.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I think the only other game that we really played was Fortnite, but then that was starting to get
God.
too, like,
That's a big deal right now.
Yeah.
The younger
Kids are all over it.
generation.
and actually, yeah, during the time that I was that I wasn't working as a nurse, I tried to do the whole Twitch streaming thing.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
No.
We're kind of older where you have to explain a lot of this to us.
With Twitch,
You know what's crazy? And it is a surreal thing to like truly be a person that he probably knows who you and I are. If
This was
he
2019.
he probably does. I mean, especially in 2019, I was a big shot then.
It's you got your mic and then you have your face cam.
Oh,
and
thanks.
Then basically, people are just watching you play whatever game you're gonna say that you're playing.
Okay.
I mean, I don't say that as a badge of honor
Reality, it was
that he knows
primarily
us,
just
but
Beat
still, it's
Saber.
funny.
So it's like a rhythm-based game, like Guitar
Oh, he
Hero.
plays Beat Saber.
Apart from that,
Okay.
Oh, no.
we
He
really
definitely
didn't
knows who
get
I am.
into Many other games, yeah, because we were kind of just focused on Beat Saber. But I think we had downloaded a few other where it's just like you're going through like a world and you can interact with the world or something like that.
Close with your brother Cody? Let's talk about Cody.
Oh yeah. Me and Cody.
Who's older, you or him?
He is. I'm the youngest one. I'm 29. He's 31. My oldest brother Jason is 35 or 36 now.
Talk
Yeah,
about
you're
Cody.
29
Cody,
too.
you know, we decided to go to nursing school together. We decided to go to the
This is literally
nursing
you.
anesthesia
And
school
Stop.
together. A lot of people thought that it was weird.
Stop it now.
because we did everything together and because we were so close, but yeah.
He's
I mean,
29. Listen, little fucking 20-year-olds out there. Balding comes in hard and it comes in fast. And for a lot of you, it's RNG. You're gonna find the fuck out when you're 25. And you're like, what the heck is going on? It happens.
Dude, it sounds like you're kind of jinxing yourself right now. Like,
It might happen.
no,
Listen.
Stop it.
Now, I will say my genes are powerful. I've got
I know,
solid.
but it
like my
runs through
dad's.
your mom's family, not your dad. Your dad doesn't matter.
Not even
If
my
you
mom's family.
bold,
No.
It's your mom's fault.
Not even my mom's family. No. What are you talking about? I literally, for you, I asked my mom, when did her father start balding? And she said,
For me?
yeah, because you're like, what about your mom's side? Because you're fucking worried about it. I'm like, okay, well, I'll
I'm
ask her.
not worried about it.
I
just-
asked her, and she was like, oh, he didn't start balding till he was about 50.
Oh, God. So I have, what, 20 more years with you?
Well, my dad is like 65 and he's not balding yet.
Once again, your dad does not matter in this equation. Your
Yes, he
bold gene
does!
comes from your mom. It comes from your mom, the bold gene.
Does it?
Yes,
That's, nah.
it's true.
You're leaving me when I go bald, aren't you? Let's continue.
Yeah, a lot of people understand the bond.
I
of brother
shaved
there.
you
Yeah.
bold.
The true bond if you're close.
And
I
I
know
mean,
you
during
did.
like this whole time, I mean, kind of like with just a few examples I've given you, he'd take care of everything for
Always
me.
there for you.
Yeah,
Always there to support you.
always there. Yeah, did everything together, connected at the hip.
Ever any issues really with him?
No, like I was saying, during this last 6 months, it had been a very trying time. He would like have his moments where he would get extremely upset. Like you know, he never gets violent, I guess you could say. But like at one point he got so upset that he like pushed a cabinet and then it like dented into the wall. Yeah, I mean, at least with me, he's always been like where he's there for me. Like whatever it takes, regardless of what's happening, I'm gonna take care of it for you.
Let me ask your mom.
My mom has
It must have been a bizarre sight for the detectives to witness, when a man who had just allegedly shot his mother in the back of the head gave a reminiscent smile when she was brought up in the discussion.
she's always been the it's kind of like Cody. She's always been the one that focused on me, and
Were you the baby? You
Yeah.
were truly the family baby?
for my mom.
So
Yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
okay.
For my mom.
Mom's favorite.
Yeah. You know, countless times my dad would like come up to me and he'd make like me feel like he'd try and use things and word things to make me feel guilty so that I would, you know, do everything that I can, like get a job.
Almost like a motivation.
Right. And he'd tell me time and time again that, you know, you're her favorite. I mean, she would do anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't need to hear that. I mean, that's not what would motivate me.
Sure.
But no, with mom, I think we yelled at each other a grand total of like 3 or 4 times my whole life. Never any issues. I mean, it was always like if there was somebody that I could talk to and.
So
like,
he
Cody
killed
was
his
available,
mom
I'd
too? I
always
thought he
let
only
him
killed
know.
his brother
I'd
and
always let him
dad.
know what's
Killed his
going on.
brother, dad, and mom.
All
Killed
three?
everyone.
Yeah,
That-
he
okay.
would help me out through anything.
Okay. Tell me about Dad.
Dad,
What does he do?
Dad's a pharmacist.
Okay.
He works for CVS. He's been a pharmacist for I think 35 years or so. My dad was a very like angry, violent type person, overbearing. You know, like baseball practice, it'd be like 4 or 5 hours, and he's hurling the ball as fast as an adult can, and we're like 7th, 8th grade trying to catch this stuff.
belittle you?
He would belittle me when I was younger. The problem, I guess, was that I was always like the jokester, the one that could calm everybody down, make everybody smile. If it was a heated situation, I could say a joke or something and then make everybody kind of move past it. And I was just in the point where it's like, you know, I'm hearing, you know, all this stuff from Dad. I'm seeing how much Cody's helping me. You know, Mom's stressed out with her job. And it's like I'm not doing anything.
When's the last time your dad put his hands on you?
The last time my dad put his hands on me would be, I'd say,
Just recently.
kind of the middle of December of 2018.
What happened?
It's because, you know, with all the money that had been getting spent and...
Just to be clear, the cam model has not yet been brought up in the discussion. The money being spent, in this context, would simply be his living expenses.
I guess just a mix of everything that I've been saying, just kind of boiling up in him. And the fact that I was, to him, it seemed like I wasn't concerned about it. So, and then plus I was, you know, I wasn't acting like myself with the jovialness and, you know,
Sure.
all that kind of stuff. My father chose to admit me to
Oh my God.
like a depression or an addiction clinic or something like that in Fort Lauderdale called Cornerstone.
Porn addiction clinic.
That was December 22nd
Okay.
until I think January 4th.
Did you agree to go?
I didn't, but they said that, you know, this was your only...
Who said?
My dad.
Okay.
And that was in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, yes.
Did your mom agree with it?
My mom and my brother both agreed, but it was my dad who was like the iron fist, like, this is what's going to happen. Like, you know, he can't...
Why did he say you needed to go? What was his reasoning?
Because with the way that I was acting, he didn't see that I was doing anything for, like, the positive. You know, and a lot of it just came back to money with him.
It's
He would
300 grand.
he would like allow me to.
It's all about
to
money with
spend
this guy.
Money that he had, like with his credit card or something like that. But it's like then whenever I did, it was like a huge problem.
Okay, so you had one of his credit cards.
Yeah.
And what were you buying with it?
Well, what I was doing is.
Oh, jeez, here we
over
go.
The past 4 months or something like that, I've been talking to this woman online.
Who's she?
She's as embarrassing as it is. She's a
Yeah.
cam model.
A what?
He's
A cam
embarrassed
model?
over it, but he
Sorry,
spent
you guys know
$250K.
Just like all the videos, Jeff, you have to tell us.
A cam model, it's like they
Uh,
it's like a virtual girlfriend, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the money went to her.
Okay, where's she at?
She lives in Bulgaria. Bulgaria?
oh my God.
Over in Europe. It's like
Okay.
outside of Germany.
Okay.
something like
You ever been there?
Where?
No.
Nowhere near
It
Germany.
wasn't that serious.
Okay.
Where's Bulgaria?
Just for like the time online with her.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just like that type of thing.
And what did she charge?
$600 for like 5,000 or something tokens or something like that. So,
Is this
and then it was 4 hours a night.
Chatterbait?
Oh, he's on my free
Um,
cams.
So I mean,
How
that's
you know
basically
that?
Or
just where all,
Chatterbait.
Like, the cost
Both.
went to was you pay real money for the.
We
tokens,
used it
and you use
together.
The company's digital currency for
Okay.
that.
What do you mean, how do I know that?
And when did you meet her?
I met her
Listen, babe, watching porn together is normal.
I wouldn't classify it as porn
at the beginning of July.
with what we were doing,
Yeah,
but
at the
sure.
very beginning of July.
Okay, and
He asked people to
still talking to her?
dance.
Still, yeah. I mean,
We asked
more
them to
just
do the
on,
worm.
like Twitter. Like
Yeah,
through
the
direct
worm, which
messaging.
is a dance.
Yes, but
again,
classify
self-insert
what type of
stuff, so
dance.
I can't use the
Yeah, the
the
worm.
chat.
How much do you think you
Okay.
spent on this? Because it seems kind of pricey.
Yeah, probably close to
What the fuck?
like $200,000. I'd say.
$200,000?
Yeah.
And where'd the money come from?
Money came from
One of them tried
me,
too. It was
my
sick.
brother, and
No,
then
she
my
was
dad.
sick. She was really good at dancing.
Did they know where the money was going to?
Remember that
They
guy that
didn't
was
know
just
that it was
smoking a
going
cigarette?
to.
Yeah, he was on my
cam-
free games just smoking.
cam
It wasn't
model.
nothing
I
sexual.
was
Asked
saying
him
that it
to
was going
smoke.
towards my Twitch
Smoke
streaming,
drinks.
like,
Again, like, well,
put,
if I
yeah,
would've
like
practiced it,
advertising,
some
like
smoke
putting my
drinks.
name out there.
Oh
and that.
yeah.
So I guess to like bring it all back with why I was brought to Cornerstone, it was a mix of all of those things. It's like he felt like you know, he felt like
You need to be grounded.
yeah.
I looked at his
And
Twitch profile.
so then I was
This
there,
guy's-
you know, I
he
spoke
doesn't
to
follow you.
like the therapist,
What?
the psychiatrist.
Yeah, sorry
How,
to,
wait, how do you know
burst
his
your bubble.
How do you know his Twitch?
I'm a hacker, man.
No, what's his Twitch?
I'm not telling you.
Tell me his Twitch now.
It's
You just-
okay here. No, but what if like people go into his channel or some shit?
How do you know this?
Because I googled.
He doesn't follow me. Who does he follow?
It doesn't like Twitch removed that because you used to bully
Aw,
people for, like,
fuck.
you'd click on a chat who's following him like, okay, yeah, makes sense. So they removed that. Sorry.
Let me see if he has logs in my channel. Hang on.
He does, and I checked.
He does in my chat?
No, he does not.
Oh. Check your stream.
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah, come on.
No, that's weird and scary almost.
Come on.
And all that stuff. I didn't need any medication.
He has logs in Moon Moon.
Oh,
shit.
God.
God dang it. This is 5 years ago, so it's a different time. He probably has logs in Forson's chat because everyone just goes and spams there, especially 5 years ago. I don't know. All right, let's keep going.
They had analyzed it as
Yeah, maybe he's an
this
Overwatch
isolated
frog.
event. You've been out of work. You have this PTSD from the
I'll
whole
tell you right
getting
now.
arrested thing, and I mean, the last thing
This
on
is
my
all it is.
record was I think a speeding ticket back when I was at UCF. They had signed me up, I think, to be there for 60 days, but then I was only there until January 4th. So
Who paid for that?
my brother, Cody,
What was the cost of that, you know?
15,000.
So their final diagnosis of you was what?
That I was fine. That
Didn't need to be there.
Oh, he
that I
follows
was,
Tim
I
the
was
Tat
fine.
Man.
I told them all about like my living situation, and how
Merckx.
it had been stressful, and then it got better, and then now it's just stressful again. But
Nick
they all
Merckx
just
wasn't
said
that
it was
big
just
back then,
isolated
I don't think.
event.
Situational PTSD from
Right.
He
Maybe-
follows
When I got
Jessica
back,
Blevins.
that's where my dad started to get really kind of
Fortnite.
overbearing, and I
And
mean, rightfully
Ninja,
so. I know what I
that's it.
did.
Okay, so he
But
likes those
It's
mainstream
like with
FPS
him, it was
games.
every single day, hours a day. Excuse me, hours a day. He'd come home from work, and then he would just talk to me just about the same exact thing over and over and over and over and over again.
When was the last time that you and your dad did have, you know, a heated conversation?
It would be Thursday, because one of his rules was that I wasn't allowed to talk to the woman anymore that I had been talking to. But I guess you could say behind the scenes, my mom would let me talk to her through her cell phone using Twitter. So yeah, anyways, on Thursday, he had apparently found out that I was speaking to her again. You know, it wasn't really my intention to continue talking
Don't
to this
aw
woman,
that.
but
Why'd I all that?
just
I don't
kind of
know. I'm
happened.
sorry.
I
I forgot
And
he
then
killed
because
her.
there was like that emotional connection, I guess you could say, between
Why
her
does
and
one
me,
let
like,
him do that?
I like, you know, it felt like a relationship.
If you look
I
past the
didn't want
fact
it
that
to
he
stop
killed all
cold
three of them,
turkey on
it is kind of cute.
So Thursday,
I mean, like, you
You're
know,
home all
like,
day.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
with your mom.
it's not.
She
I
works
don't
at
know.
home.
Correct, yeah.
your dad's at work. What's his normal work hours?
He worked until
God.
I think he had to go in early that day, because he had to start like doing overtime or something like that. And he normally works though from like 5 or 6 in the morning to, I think he gets home between like 5:30 and 6 at night or something like that.
What time do you get home that day?
He got home at like 5:30, and then he came in and then he asked me in a calmer state, I guess you could say, like basically the leading question of, you know, why do you think we're about to have this conversation? Giving me, I guess, that opportunity to be honest and truthful, to maybe tone it down a little bit. I, of course, did what I always did, where I kind of didn't admit to it. And then
doesn't have to be
he
addicted
came
to
out and he
porn.
told me that I'd been doing that.
He had proof.
Yeah.
What does
Addicted,
that look like?
Yeah. He kind of, you know, pulled.
addicted to porn. At what
It's like,
point?
doesn't everybody watch porn?
Yes. What is a?
10 times a day?
That's-
Holy fuck.
Addicted to porn. I mean, I think the most unhealthy is when you're spending money on it. That's when it's like, okay, now we have a serious problem.
Okay, so if you pay for someone's OnlyFans, are you now addicted to porn?
If you're spending too much on it, yeah. If you fucking subscribe, I mean, no, I don't think it's. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You subscribe to an OnlyFans, but if you're doing what this guy does, if you're spending thousands of dollars a month, you got a problem. That's an addiction of some sort, and you got to fix it, especially if you're not wealthy. But like,
it's a porn addiction.
Well, apparently there's institutes for it. He went to a porn addiction facility. So, 15 grand. Probably will save you money in the long run, but he clearly didn't come out okay. Ended up killing the whole family. If you spend hours doing it, I mean, I guess, yeah. I just can't fathom. I guess that's addiction.
Pulled me up from the couch, and then he was yelling at me to pack my shit up and just get out of the house. That he was the one who had to be the hammer, and that, you know, why am I making him have to go through this, and all this other kind of stuff.
Okay.
Dude, this guy's treating
I
it
had
like
my
he's in
argument,
fucking
and then
therapy
I'm
session.
packing my stuff. I'm,
Right.
you know, taking it out to the car. It took me like a couple hours to get as much as I could, just kind of out into there. So I left, and then.
What time do you think you left about?
Oh God. 9 or 9:30 or so.
He goes on to state that he met up with his brother soon after on the side of the road.
And what was the conversation?
Conversation was basically that he was brought up to speed, you know, and that he would take care of it.
He was brought up to speed by what?
This is Grant attempting to frame his brother for a double murder-suicide. You will see this quote brought up repeatedly from this point forward.
He was brought up to speed on like why I'm out here.
Who brought him up to speed?
My mom.
Oh, so she talked to him.
Yeah.
He told you that mom had talked to him.
Right.
Do you think that's why Cody left work?
According to Grant, Cody had left work a few hours early to meet up with him on the side of the road. Cody had indeed left work early, yet it wasn't to meet up with Grant. It was later proven that while Margaret Amato was sitting at the computer sipping on a glass of red wine, Grant shot her in the back of the head. He then lay in wait for his father to return to the house, then shot him twice in the head as he entered the kitchen. Cody then received a text from his father's number, asking him to come home urgently. Forensics believed that he was very likely pleading for his life soon after he entered the front door. He was found by police with a gunshot wound to the face, lying in the fetal position. His credit card was stolen, with a purchase made to a campsite for $600 and estimated 30 minutes later.
I mean,
Oh my
in
God.
my mind, I was
Oh
just
my
thinking,
God.
he had been
Wow.
let off work early like three times already this week. So I was just like,
10, 15 minutes you talk to Cody.
right,
You have the conversation, and he leaves to go home,
right.
and you leave to go where?
And then I stay in that general area just so that if anything happens, somebody like knows where I am. Yeah, I mean, I was staying in that general area, and then I decided to go
To Publix?
Publix.
He just referred to the public supermarket parking lot. This is where he used the free Wi-Fi to log on to the campsite with his dead brother's credit card.
Which was about what time?
Like, wow, between like midnight and 1, I think. Yeah,
And you go to Publix midnight 1, and how long did you stay there till?
I stayed there until like 7.
Slept there last night? Talked to anybody?
I messaged the girl that I'd been talking to
So you
on
kept
Twitter.
trying
Yeah.
On Twitter, so you have to pay for it.
Right.
Did she respond back to you?
I think once.
The discussion is then
Once.
brought back to his last meeting with Cody.
I killed my family for you. Please
When
respond.
you left,
My
Cody,
God.
what did he say he was going to go do?
Cody said that he will take care of it.
Take care of what?
Just the situation that was at hand with whatever he had been updated with from my mom.
Did he tell you what he was updated?
He had told me the reason why, like, I'd been kicked out. But he really didn't give me that much dialogue, like, about that situation. You know, he was miffed a little bit because, you know, he had just gotten off work and now he has to go deal with this.
But what was your demeanor? Like, what did Cody see you as? Like, were you
Like, scared.
upset?
Yeah,
Did
like,
you...
I was scared because, I mean, like I said, it's the first time that I had been out of the house.
We've come and talked to you.
Okay.
You rode up here voluntarily with us to talk to us.
The detective will now initiate the first confrontation.
Why do you think we're having this conversation?
I honestly don't know, but I'm pretty freaked out at this point because, you know, it's, I mean, I know, like, how the situation was when I left.
You're now about to see the lead interrogator's attempt at getting Grant to confess, in a manner so blatantly obvious that the suspect immediately sees through it.
As a child, we're told the truth always is the best thing to do, correct?
Correct.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
And accidents happen, and things in the heat of the moment, things happen that we wish hadn't happened, but I do it myself sometimes. My kids will make me so aggravated, I'll snap at them and then walk away and say, wow, I wish I would not have done that. That was not very adult of me to snap at my child for something. Yes, they're wrong, but I should be the adult and not snap at them.
Right.
Tell me what you think, because I can tell I've done this for a long, long time, and I read people, the way they act, and the way they talk to me, and the way they answer questions. There's something you want to tell us. I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your body language, and just the way you act.
Boy, I have orange juice.
Now's the time. If there's something you want to get off your chest and give us an explanation of what's bothering you, now is the exact time to do it. And I'm giving you that opportunity right now to tell me something you want to get off your chest. It's there. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your eyes.
Kept out about that night.
You're upset about it. You've been that since we've talked to you. I can see there's something's been bothering you. Even though I don't know you from Adam's house, can't you see things in people that something's really bothering this guy? It's not that, I spent a bunch of money I shouldn't have on this girl. So be it. You did. It's over with. Money can be made back. Something's bothering you.
I'm just worried about what is all transpiring from this.
I think at this point right now, to be honest with you, Grant, you know what it is. It's in your eyes. Your eyes is
What the picture? What?
It sounds stupid, and people don't believe it. Like I told you out there in the car, did I not tell you? You may not like what I say, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth every time, because I can walk in front of anybody in God and say, I don't care. I told him the truth.
And we usually know answers before we ask.
Right.
I knew, me and Eva knew everything before we asked you the questions. Now's the time to come to Jesus.
Well, they try and get them to admit things and like talk in past tense sometimes. Maybe like ask how they're dead before telling them they're dead.
To help you with issues you may have. I think something happened, and you don't want to tell us, but right now is the time to get it off your chest. And I really wish you would, because it will make you feel better in the end.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about the night or the periods of time afterwards.
There's only one opportunity to make that good impression, and if we've done something we shouldn't have done, you fess up there. You caught your hand in a cookie jar.
Detective Dan's approach here is so incredibly outdated and predictable that it actually seems to boost the suspect's confidence. It's the detective, in fact, who gives off a nervous disposition. He'll begin stumbling over his own words while simultaneously mixing up his analogies, which never made a great deal of sense to begin with.
Oh no, he's throwing.
Now, is there anything else that happened at the house that you didn't tell us, that you've left out, or we haven't asked you, that would be of importance? Or during the time that you drove around for those few hours? Did you ever really go back to the house?
Maybe he's getting texted like, hey dude, stop throwing.
You'll also notice the female detective interject with something useful every now and then. But unfortunately, she's not the one leading this interrogation. That would be the detective who keeps bringing up Jesus, to a guy who just murdered his family to go jerk off in a parking lot to a Bulgarian cam model.
I know things that you don't know. And honesty will get you all the things I
Jesus wouldn't have done this.
I can't deal with someone who lies to me, but I'll deal with someone and help them till the end. No matter what, believe it or not, that's just me, and she'll tell you, it's what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say, if I can do something that can help you, I'm going to help you, because every one of us make mistakes and do things we shouldn't have done in the heat of the moment to protect ourselves or to protect somebody else. It happens. Now's the time. Now is the time.
So what do you think happened?
Please, bro. Please.
I think that there was something that obviously happened at the house.
Tell me what happened.
I don't know what happened.
I know better. Listen to me. I know better. I can help you, Grant, with honesty. I can help you with honesty.
We think something else happened before you left the home that you're either afraid of or embarrassed to talk about. But we need to know exactly what happened, because like Danny said, we can place you there at certain times. And so we need to know what happened before you left that house, because you didn't leave with everything being okay.
I honestly, I don't have anything else that I can really say. I mean, I don't know.
Do you even know why law enforcement got involved? Like what brought us to that home?
No.
Once you start telling me something that's truthful that I know, then we're going to have a conversation of exactly what happened.
I mean, you're a smart guy. You know something's happened at your home. You have law enforcement here. You haven't heard or gotten any
Well,
emails
I
from
mean,
your family.
I'm just scared as to what the answer is.
Well, you need to help yourself by filling in the blanks of what happened that night so we can give you the answer. Did anything more happen with you and your father besides him grabbing you up from the couch and yelling at you and kicking you out? Anything at all? Did he harm you, hit you,
No.
draw any weapons on you?
No. He didn't do anything like that. I mean, he was just yelling.
This is the time to come to you.
No!
Exactly, that you
His
are hurting
eyes.
inside. I get it. Brother, I get it. You're hurting.
And this is the
You're
only
scared.
time we can do it.
Because once we get to a certain point, there's nothing I can do. It's in the hands of who has it. Nothing I can do. Honesty is always the best policy. You get caught stealing a car, you admit to it, I did it. How can I get help? What can be done to help me? And let me tell you the rest of my story.
And if something happened that you were defending yourself, then we need to know that. If you were protecting yourself because you were in fear, then that makes sense. But we need to know exactly what happened for you to protect yourself.
You can't minimize this. Once a wise man told me one time, once a bomb goes off, you can't defuse it.
The detective's wise man friend was clearly a specialist in nuclear fusion, yet most people would already comprehend that a bomb can no longer be defused once it has exploded.
It's already out there.
Only a wise
Now
man
it's
would
a
say
process where I
that.
put Band-Aids on myself to minimize the injuries I have. And we're giving you that opportunity. I want to give you that opportunity. I don't think you're a bad guy at all. I really don't.
The male detective will now for some reason focus on Grant's flaws and the overwhelming embarrassment of the cam girl situation, which is basically the exact opposite of what he should be doing. He seems to get confused about what he's trying to achieve here. He carries a sympathetic tone while essentially roasting the ever-loving shit out of the suspect.
I think you're going through a very stressful and emotional time right now. You're out of work and you're dealing with all the problems with the arrest. You're probably not used to depending on somebody to pay all your bills. You know, having your mom and dad or have to give you money. Cody's having to give you money, and there's a significant debt to people. $200,000. I don't know what I do. I mean, mortgage, yeah, I get it, or something like that, or a medical bill for my child, yeah, I get it. But talking to some girl, you know, in Bulgaria, you know, you hit it right on the head. You were embarrassed about it, and you have nothing to be embarrassed about. Here it is, man. I want to help you. She want to help you. You gotta come to me with the truth now, because I already know the truth.
There's a reason you didn't go back to the house. There's a reason why you haven't tried to reach out. I mean, it's odd you haven't heard from anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's words that, like, I can't think of to even say. Like, I don't know how to even say the words.
Well, give me
Okay.
a roundabout what you're thinking.
That somebody in my family's dead.
And how does that make you feel if you're thinking that?
I have absolutely no ability to comprehend the words, because, like I said, I've been there for my whole entire life, and even though there's been struggles and everything like that, there has never been any issues.
There's never been the struggles or the issues like happened Thursday. Never for you. I believe you 100%. I believe it's never been like that. But something happened Thursday unlike anything you've ever experienced in 29 years of your life. Never.
And maybe you felt that was rock bottom for you. You were getting kicked out of the house. Your father gave you an ultimatum. I mean, that's...
The female detective will now carry out what the male detective was probably trying to do a few minutes ago. She will afford him justifications for the crime, making the gravity of admission less intimidating.
You know, you're already dealing with the debt, and, you know, now you have to stop talking to this girl, and now you're being kicked out of the home. I mean, that's... I can understand how you would feel. I mean, that you'd want to lash out, or you know, if something happened, you'd want to defend yourself.
Sure. Absolutely.
But we need to know what happened.
I mean, I know, I can tell that you guys are, like, leading me into a certain way of what...
The only thing we're leading you to is wanting to get the truth from you. Not trying to make you say something that's not true, that's not accurate. The truth, the end. That's it. That's all we want is the absolute truth.
I genuinely don't have anything else that I can say about what transpired during the nighttime.
So when you left your house,
Oh my God.
everybody was fine.
Yeah,
And when you left Cody,
everything was fine.
well, we got called to the house because Cody didn't show up to work. So law enforcement goes over there, and can you tell us what we found?
No, the only thing that I was told was that Cody would take care of it for me. And that's all that I know.
So if anything happened in the home, to bring law enforcement there, what would you think happened?
That there was a shooting.
Between whom?
I don't know. Between Cody and my dad.
And why would you think that?
To protect me, or to help me, or to do something with me.
So you're telling me you did not shoot Cody,
No.
your father, or your mother?
No. I mean, I don't know, like, what more I can say.
Well, when law enforcement arrived, that's what they found. So you're
Come on,
the
man.
only
You gotta cry,
outstanding
dude. This is the
child.
time you gotta cry.
You're the one that's been having problems with your dad. You're the one that we haven't been able to find for 2 days. Do you understand now why we would be questioning you about this?
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't, like, I mean, I wouldn't be saying, like, all, like, I don't know the way to, I don't know, like, what to even say.
So if anything happened in the home, you believe it would be Cody and him?
Yes. Because I mean, I don't have, you know, access to anything.
We know that Cody didn't shoot your dad. We know Cody didn't shoot your mom. We know Cody didn't shoot himself. There's something.
And you still haven't asked us the
That-
condition of them or anything.
That's because I mean, I don't know what the normal proceedings are, but
The normal proceedings are for you to be honest about what happened.
And then we help you understand everything that's going on from here on out, of what our responsibilities are.
And we don't believe you're being honest. We feel that you are leaving something out about what happened in that home.
Okay.
And the evidence tells us what happened in the home. But you need to fill in the blanks.
It's almost over, I swear.
The suspect's composure was finally starting to slip. This was the perfect moment to draw out the silence to see how he'd respond to the pressure.
Here's my hand for honesty. I am an honest guy. I'm going to be honest. When it's all said and done, I'm going to be honest to the very last day that I deal with you. And then when this continues, I'll go on to the next person to be honest with them.
He's
I
so
can only
honest.
do so much with honesty. Honesty.
So what are you not telling us?
Is this a different guy or did he move?
What happened at that home that
The
you
same
know?
guy.
Did you leave the
Was-
house with your brother Cody looking like that? Or did you leave the house with your father looking like that? Or your mother?
Oh, shit.
Is that how you left your family?
No.
Oh, he's ulting.
Oh, no.
Nobody else went into that house.
Who left your family like this? If you were the one that's been depressed, you were the one that owes money, you were the one that got into a confrontation with your father, who did this to your family? If you were trying to defend yourself or something else happened, we need to know now.
The female detective does an excellent job at affording him the option to admit to a lesser infraction, which in this case is self-defense. She provides the option while simultaneously building pressure. It's a textbook maneuver, and she does it very well.
To help you. So tell us what happened, Grant. We're here to listen to you.
Grant, you need the truth. We're here to make this right. You gotta tell the truth. It's on the tip of your tongue, my man. I get that. It's
Did your
tough.
father go after you and you try to protect yourself?
No, I didn't do any of this.
Hey, I know. Video surveillance tells me everything that happened this night. I'm telling you. Of people that you'd be surprised who in your neighborhood has video. And I know that there's only 4 people was at this house during this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me. You gotta tell me, man. You got to tell me. Get over that hoop. The video, if you're sitting there saying no,
Detective
no,
Dan.
and video shows something else, guess what? Big problem. Because it will wind up later on that you can't get any help from anybody. A lot of this, what people make decisions on is honesty. Was somebody honest? Didn't fire a gun, didn't fire a gun, didn't fire a gun. None of them did. None of them did. Cody did not go home.
Or did your father point a gun at you?
No, there's nothing else that I can say.
Your emotions, your demeanor.
Surprised he hasn't
body
asked for a
language,
lawyer yet.
eyes tell me everything I need to see about
Why doesn't he ask for a lawyer?
You want to tell me in the worst way. You want to get this pain off your chest. Do it.
I mean, there's just nothing else that I can say.
So your dad had told you in the past before that he would kill you?
To be honest, he's done a great job so far
For
by
what
himself. But like at this point, get a lawyer.
I basically did anything related to this, again, costing him a lot of money.
And Cody knew about that.
Right.
So when did you learn that your family was dead?
I had been worried since last night when I was just in the hotel, but I knew when you guys told me. I mean, like, I knew when you guys had told me.
You already knew, though.
But I had...
You already said... You knew.
At any point, did you feel like you needed to
He's
reach
throwing.
out to
It's over.
Cody and see if he was okay, or...
I just didn't want to call anywhere. I just didn't want to know.
We understand your father was abusive, and we understand that he was the asshole. And if he threatened you, that he was going to kill you when you came back, you were probably in fear, were you not? So did your brother come home to try
I gotta
and
speed
defend
this up.
you,
I'm getting
and
bored.
then this gunfight happened, and you got so scared that you left?
This version of events would obviously clear Grant of any wrongdoing. The detective is hoping he takes the bait so that he changes his story and can then be placed under arrest for lying to police.
No, I mean, I left when I said that I left.
I just don't know where else to go to get you to come around, because it does not make any logistical sense of what you're telling us. It doesn't. If these two got the shooting, we would know. We would know they shot each other. We know that.
But why Mom?
He just got so bad in how he had never been before in your life, never been before in your life, or your family's life. He's pissed. His future, his retirement, his plans are being upset by you because of the financial cost. I would almost bet this is a horrible, bad incident that on the other day would happen. But you and me both know, as does she, what happened that night.
I don't have the answer for anything else.
Okay. This is the last time I'm walking out, and then I'm done. Then I'm done for good. When I'm done, I'm done.
I don't have
He's
anything else.
done.
If you don't tell me the truth, I'm gonna leave.
Do you not feel bad for doing this to your family?
I mean, I've been getting blamed for the last half a year for everything, and I've been trying to move forward into a positive direction. And then every day I'm reminded of all the trouble that I caused. And then I keep being told the same thing over and over again, but there's nothing that I can do to change it.
Do you regret doing this to each one of your family members?
I didn't do that to people.
Here, you sit in my seat for a minute. Sit in my seat. Get out of here. Sit right here. Come here. Sit right here. Get out of here.
Have a seat.
The suspect still isn't sitting in the seat.
Two things that happened here today. Two things. You're a guy swimming out in the middle of the ocean, and we're gonna give you one of two things based on you. You can have a life preserver to keep from drowning, or you get the boat anchor. Which one do you want? So we will give you whichever one you ask for. The life preserver, the boat anchor.
I want the life preserver, but I've said everything that I can.
You want it, and I believe you do, but you have not said everything you did, you can say. But there will be a time where you ask for that life preserver.
What?
I can't. Once I cross the line, I gotta step over. Can't do it. Won't do it. think about that. I want to talk to her for a minute. Think about the last life preserver I can give you.
She's fucking annoyed with him.
Take 2 minutes just to reflect on it, and then we'll come back to you in a couple minutes, and then we'll go from there. And what happens is what happens. Fair enough? You okay? Okay. Need some food, some water? You good to stay for a while longer? You okay?
I mean, I just don't have anything more that I can say. I don't know.
I'm not keeping you here. You want to stay? I'll talk to you till whatever, till you're happy with everything and you're okay. You're not detained. You're not being kept here. Don't want to be here. You want to be here.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Okay. Give me a minute, we'll be chatting. What we'll do is we'll get you up somewhere. I'll keep my card, my phone number. Talk to me, more than welcome, call me. And we'll move forward from there. Fair enough? Any questions of me before I go? Or before we go?
Like letting him go?
I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
They can't. They don't have anything.
Oh. I thought they knew
Here,
he
here,
killed
right
them.
here. Jason's here for me. A few more minutes. What I need to do is just for our investigation, get some pictures of you. We're going to collect your clothing. As soon as that's done, we'll get Jason to talk to you. All right.
Oh, his brother. Oh.
Alright, so,
Wait, his brother's alive?
No, he had another one. Like the oldest one that was
you know what
known.
happened? I'm gonna ask your plan out. You are not part of it anyway. When's the last time you told everybody? I left the house between midnight and 12.
Oh, I gotta slow it down because this is gonna be good. This is actually the part. Maybe this is where he admits it.
12:30. I want to believe you, Grant, but you're the last person that I could put in that house. And I know what happened over the last 6 months. Who else can I blame? How are we gonna find out who did this? I don't know. I don't have the answers. The shit you did, you could have been in jail. You would have been in jail for years. I know. And they covered it up for you. I'm scared for you, and I'm scared for myself, and I don't feel comfortable with you being around me alone. I'm sorry. I could take you physically, but if you have a knife or know where a gun is,
I could fucking beat you up, bro.
Oh, God.
I need you to be honest.
Oh my God.
Man, I need to have closure. I was told that you would not have access to be able to contact this woman. Why do you feel the intent to still contact her? It was just the whole emotional thing. I mean, that's all that I can say. So are you saying that you love the woman? I feel like I did, yeah. Okay, you feel like you did, so you don't feel that way now? Well, I mean, now it's pretty much, I mean, it's not what it used to be, is all I can say. Because she's aware of what has happened in the last several months. Right. It hurt, right? Well, yeah. Yeah, because you can't carry that persona that you carried before. I do love you, though. Just remember that. Just
That's
like
sad.
Mom, Cody, and Dad loved you. Nobody loved you any more or any less.
You have anything else you need to talk about before we let you go? Because now's your time. You know that. Like Danny said, once you're out of here, there's no coming back from this. We're giving you every opportunity to tell us what happened in that home that you have not told us. So you're aware that when you leave here, you're not going to have any chance to redeem yourself and tell us the truth after the fact.
I understand.
And you're okay with that. You can live with yourself knowing that you're not going to tell us the truth.
I've said what I can say.
Okay.
Does he get away?
Well, obviously
You ready,
not,
man?
right?
Question for you real quick. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt anybody else. No suicidal thoughts. Okay, come on, bud.
Grant was arrested 9 hours later at his hotel. His trial began on August 12, 2019.
Grant Amato was so obsessed with this woman. You're going to see from the evidence in this case, at 2:53 a.m. on January 25th, after leaving the house that contained the 3 dead bodies of his family, the defendant goes to a nearby Publix parking lot, logs onto their Wi-Fi, and uses his dead brother's USA checking account to pay $599.99 to get onto Sylvie's website at 3:02 in the morning. That's what this case is about. It's
Dude.
about his blind obsession with this woman, the end of the world as he believed it to be because of his family, and his absolute contempt for those that he held responsible.
Verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
Grant Amato was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn.